Is popping your neck bad for you? Well, keep watching because the answer is shocking. Hi guys, I'm Mickey with Therapy Dudes, and today we're going to talk about cracking your neck. Recently on our channel, I posted a poll asking you if cracking your neck or popping your neck was bad. And here are the results. 34% of you said yes, 21% said no, and 45% said sometimes. So is it bad for you or not? Let's get into it. So first we need to talk about what the pop actually is. Now the medical term for this is cavitation, and all it means is there are these little tiny air bubbles that get in the joint space, and when the joint moves, it releases the air bubbles and you get that nice pop. So what could possibly be bad about cracking your neck? Well, we have to look at the anatomy to really dive into this. Now in the cervical spine, you have multiple vertebrae that lay on top of one another and they articulate with one another. Now, there are certain parts of these vertebrae that have little openings, and through some of those openings, you have your vertebral artery, which goes up to your brain. What can happen if you have a poor manipulation or crack, this vertebral artery can get nicked or dissected and can lead to things like stroke. So you may be asking Mickey how many strokes happen because chiropractors pop people's necks all the time. So I did a little research and there was a study done that said there was about 1 in 500,000 manipulations. Now that is a lot of manipulations, but you have to think with all the chiropractors around the world, they're going to be popping people's necks, some multiple times a day, some the same patient comes back every day or every week or every few days. But a lot of people get scared that something's going to happen to them if they pop their neck or do it the wrong way. Your mom might have told you or someone might have told you not to pop your neck. So let's go over a few ways of safely manipulating the cervical spine. As a PT, I learned how to manip the neck. There are a few things that you want to do. Number one, do not, I repeat, do not go to end ranges. So that's one of the reasons why we say it's not safe to pop your own neck, because a lot of people push really far to get that end range pop. Now that is where you usually see a lot of the dissections or tears in the vertebral artery. Number two, the position is very important. If you are manipulating someone's neck, you flex their head forward, slightly rotate with a little bit of side bend. This is going to put the vertebrae in a position to where they're not at end range, so you're not worrying about that vertebral artery getting dissected. They're going to be locked out so that you can get that nice cavitation with just a little bit of fast, light torqued manipulation. You feel that little lockout, boom, you're going to push past it just a little bit. Remember, it's not an end range, it's just a lockout. And if you caught it, yes, chiros aren't the only one that can do manipulations. If you ever need a manipulation, you can always go to your physical therapist and they may show you a few extra exercises to do or figure out what the problem is. Now I say all this to say, be careful of those Instagram chiropractors that you see. There are a lot of bad manipulations out there, and they may not have ended in a stroke or any type of injury, but they could. There are a lot of contraindications, and I will put a link below to those contraindications, meaning no-goes. If you have these, you should not have a cervical manipulation. If you go to a medical provider and make sure that they do an in-depth chart review of your past medical history, any comorbidities that you have, or any diseases that you have that may be contraindicated for cervical manipulation. It's all fun and games to crack somebody's neck and hear that, but in the end, this should be a safe intervention. So in conclusion, let's circle back to this question. Is popping your neck bad for you? And I've got a short answer. It depends. Like I said, there are risks involved with doing any type of cervical manipulation. But if you have a good medical provider and someone who is safe with the technique, you don't have to worry as much about the risk of getting a stroke or having any type of other cervical injury. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends to make sure that they are comfortable with having their neck popped. And please, please, please do not push to end range.